Hello, welcome to another edition of the Pace Report. I'm Brian Pace reporting live here at Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola here at Jazz at Lincoln Center here in New York City. Tonight, New York native Bobby Broom has returned home to play with his unit, the Deep Blue Organ Trio, which is celebrating the brand new release of their CD, Wonderful, which is a stirring tribute to Stevie Wonder. Tonight, Bobby and I are going to sit down and talk about his time here in New York City, his time playing with the legendary Dr. John and Sonny Rollins, as well as the origins of his trio, as well as the Deep Blue Organ Trio as well. Welcome home. This is a great homecoming for you. You got a brand new record that's about to drop, Wonderful. And I think tonight was just a wonderful experience. You just got very emotional and you were in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with these guys, you can let loose and have a good time, and you know, it translates hopefully to the people, and you know, reciprocal thing.
Why did you decide to make your debut with the organ unit here? Because I've seen you a couple years ago with your guitar unit, but why did you decide to do it now after all these years?
Well, you know, we've been trying to get to New York for a while now, and it just hasn't been able to happen. But we were fortunate to find someone that was helpful to us in making it happen. And as far as it being like a CD release, I mean, that was not planned. But see how when you let go, things happen. So it's all good, as they say.
This is the fourth Deep Blue Organ Trio CD, and you decided to go all out and do Stevie Wonder. Why did you do Stevie Wonder?
Well, because Stevie's music is so wide-ranging, and it lends itself to all of the feelings of our music. You know, the blues, soul, gospel, R&B. Everything is in Stevie Wonder's music. Jazz. You know, it's really the Black American music experience, and that's what Deep Blue Organ Trio is about. You know, I mean, yeah, no apologies.
You know, you went home with this. I mean, and you did My Sharia Moore, and then you did two songs that he wrote for Shaka Khan, Rufus, Tell Me Something Good. But I noticed that there's a span of prolific albums that he recorded, from Talking Book to Songs of the Key of Life. Was that in your intent to do this?
Well, you know what? Really, I kind of went back. Yeah, I started with Talking Book, but I did find out about Music of My Mind within those years. And that to me was the beginning of that prolific period for Stevie. So Music of My Mind, but we didn't get to that. I can't think of. I love having you around. That's one that I would like to do. But there's just too many Stevie tunes. And so we just had to pick ones that weren't overdone, pick ones that the Deep Blue Organ Trio could speak well and comfortably and interpret, and stay respectful and pay homage to Stevie and do our thing. And cover a range of feelings. So to do honor to his composition, his compositional breath.
have two units, your trio, and this is the Deep Blue Organ Trio. Mm-hmm. Tell me how this group came together. And, you know, you guys are really going back to the traditional trio organ units of the 50s and 60s. I'm talking Grant Green, Don Patterson. I mean, this is very, very traditional.
Mm-hmm, that's right. Yeah, and again, we don't feel like that's a limitation. We don't feel like we're like it's contrived. We don't feel any of that kind of thing. This is just what we love, what we want to do, and you know, we feel like it should be carried on. I mean, this is just part of what happens, you know, in the music. We don't stop playing our music.
'Cause, you know, when I listen to this record, you could have easily done this with the guitar trio. Yeah. But why did you decide to do it with the Deep Blue Organ Trio?
You hear Chris play those melodies on that thing, man? I mean, you know, when I'm thinking about doing a record, I'm hearing the musicians' voices. And so, yeah, and I've done Stevie tunes with other people. I've done Stevie tunes with the trio. You know, we did what's the da-da-da-da-da-da, Come Back as a Flower on Stand, the 2001 record. You know, but this, you know, and that's a different kind of Stevie tune. You know, but Steve, like I said, Stevie's compositions and his feelings are so wide ranging and very, very, very blues based, and every offshoot of that, of jazz and blues, the roots music, and that's what this group is about.
I mean, this album is funky, but I would hate to hear you guys do some like James Brown or some Sly and the Family Stone. I don't think they're ready for that.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go there. But you know what? The other thing is, you know, we play some backbeat and we get into the thing, but we never recorded it. Not really. We did Light My Fire with a little backbeat, but you know, I always thought, yeah, I want to really do something with some funk, and we kind of got to it on this one, so that's good. That's good. I'm glad. And you know, and again, it wasn't so premeditated, which I like. Coming upon things naturally, you know.
What's it like coming back home to New York? I mean, you started off in Harlem. You know, I live in Harlem.
You really? Yeah, Lenox Terrace, man. Yeah, this is my stomping ground for when I first started stomping, and then I moved up here to the Upper West Side to Columbus Avenue, 95th. And it was just a great place to grow up at that time. Still, the music was less produced and less well, I mean, you know, I could go to a club and actually sit in with the likes of Al Haig. You know, to me, that's huge. He played with Charlie Parker, you know.
That was Charlie Parker's pianist.
Exactly.
Wow.
So you know, does it get any better than that? And especially to be under his tutelage, in a sense, you know, learning tunes, and I'm just sitting in with him, but actually on his gig, learning tunes, and you know, like I said, it doesn't get any better than that. So that was a very there was fertile ground for a young upstart like me that was, you know, really wide-eyed and just wanted to be around the music. And I think the older musicians could sense that, and I don't know how. I mean, you know, I guess it's still possible. It still happens, but you know, the scene changes.
I can understand your deep affection for the organ, because one of your favorite records happened to be one of the records I almost got started off on as far as organ, which was Charles Earland's Black Talk.
Yeah, that record just did something. It spoke to me, and like I said, I didn't really know. I think about it being jazz or what type of music it was. I didn't care. It was just the music spoke, and I would listen to it daily. And I was, you know, 10 years old when I was doing that. So that's kind of weird.
You know, you also had some very interesting partnerships in the 80s also. Dave Grusin, GRP, you recorded your first album on his label.
Right.
But again, it goes back to Sonny Rollins, who you played for many, many years. Sonny Rollins pretty much was like a mentor to you.
Yeah, in a large sense he was, because he gave me a lot of opportunities in the very beginning of my career, as did Stanley Turrentine, Al Haig, Hugh Masekela. So there were quite a few. Of course, Sonny's stature is such that it overshadows a lot of people. But I must remember Stanley Turrentine and all of the folks that I had the pleasure of sharing the stage with. It was really something else.
That'll do it again for another edition of the Pace Report. Reporting live here at Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola, here at Jazz at Lincoln Center, here in New York City. I'd like to personally thank Bobby Broom and the Deep Blue Organ Trio for their time, as well as the staff and management here at Dizzy's. As always, please visit my website, www.thepacereport.com, for my weekly column, as well as my past segments. Until next time, remember, if it's in the groove, it'll make you move. Until next time, peace.